2023 could be the best year ever for the PlayStation 5, and February looks to be when the floodgates truly open up. Hey everyone, welcome to Play, Rank, Share, the show where I cover the marquee PlayStation 5 titles, create an ever-evolving list of the best PlayStation 5 games, and share my opinions with you. My name is Tyrus, and this episode is entirely focused on the top 10 PlayStation 5 games coming out in February 2023. Make sure to leave a comment below telling me which game you are looking forward to the most. I would love to hear your thoughts, and with that out of the way, let's jump in. I always want to try to spotlight smaller games on these preview videos, so I would like to start by giving a shout out to Clive N Wrench. Ever since I was a child, 3D platformers have held a special place in my heart, and Clive N Wrench seems to harken back to the mascot platforming games of old. A time-traveling adventure, your titular protagonist must venture through 11 different distinct time periods in order to recover a stolen time machine. Promising a varied cast of quirky characters, I'll be keeping my eyes on Clive N Wrench to see how it reviews when it releases on February 24th, and if it's the latest great 3D platformer to come to the PlayStation 5. Set in a mysterious alien world, Stars Above is a third-person action-adventure game that will come with some challenging gameplay. When a giant alien structure appears in Earth's orbit, Dr. Kate Ward embarks on an expedition with other scientists and engineers to investigate the presence of this structure. Dr. Ward eventually finds herself confused and alone on the alien's turf and must fight her way to survival. This journey will have the player traveling around the mysterious planet from the marshlands to underground caverns and strange alien facilities. Stars Above releases on February 28th and could be a sleeper sci-fi hit waiting to happen. Coming in at number 8, Wanted Dead is a slasher shooter game from developers who used to work on Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive. Taking place in Hong Kong, you are part of the zombie unit who are attempting to uncover a major corporate conspiracy. Allowing the player to either focus on melee combat or third-person shooting, Wanted Dead will have difficult enemy encounters but offer 50 rewarding finisher animations for when you defeat enemies. This game claims to be a love letter to the PS2 generation of games. I find that when games attempt to capture that nostalgia, they kinda end up feeling dated themselves, but I've been craving a new high-quality action game to play, and I am hoping Wanted Dead can deliver on its promises when it comes out on February 13th. It's truly a mystery as to why PlayStation 5 gamers are getting Octopath Traveler II day and date with the Switch, despite the original never even gracing the PlayStation ecosystem. For the uninitiated, the original Octopath Traveler was an excellent old-school turn-based RPG with a narrative that stretched across 8 characters. The game also has a beautiful art direction titled HD 2D that's one of my favorite in the games industry. The sequel looks to bring a refinement to the franchise, promising that the fates of the 8 protagonists will be more intertwined this time around. The original Octopath Traveler is one of my favorite Switch games, and I can't wait to see exactly how the sequel iterates on that formula when it comes out on February 24th. The Yakuza franchise is rebranding to Like a Dragon to align with their titling in Japan, and the newest entry, Like a Dragon Ishin, is set over 100 years before the mainline games. Taking place in the 1860s, the region is plagued by inequality, and you play as a beaten-down Sakamoto Ryoma. You must venture to Kyoto and go on a journey that involves finding your father's killer, clearing your name of a murder, and restoring your honor. A return to the more traditional action roots for the franchise, Like a Dragon Ishin looks to take fans of the franchise on a new journey on February 21st. I'll be honest, I don't have a strong opinion on the Destiny franchise, but boy do fans seem excited for Destiny 2 Lightfall. The Light and Darkness saga has been ongoing since the beginning of the franchise, and developer Bungie has stated that Lightfall is the beginning of the end. This hefty expansion pack will bring about the Strand subclass, a new class that gives players access to a grappling hook, which will fundamentally affect how players handle movement around the world. It also brings about the Neomuna location of Vibrant City located on Neptune. Destiny fans, the wait is almost over as Lightfall will come out at the end of the month on the 28th. I have concerns with the pedigree of Avalanche Software, the studio behind Hogwarts Legacy. The most recent titles from this studio include Disney Infinity and Cars 3. It's hard to deny that Hogwarts Legacy looks incredibly ambitious, with players seemingly be able to free roam across Hogwarts and the nearby Hogsmeade. Aspiring wizards will also be sorted into houses, attend classes to increase their skills, and, of course, get into wizarding duels against evildoers. I'm personally excited to see the complexity of the classroom features, and learning just how many you can take and how it really affects your character. If this game lands on its promises, it sure could be a bona fide Game of the Year contender in my book. Atomic Heart is oozing in style and flashy presentation, and it visually just looks so good that I'm starting to get a little worried that it won't even run well on the PlayStation 5. Atomic Heart is an alternate history game and explores a world where robotic advancements lead to the USSR defeating Nazi Germany during World War II. This first-person shooter looks like it's heavily inspired by BioShock, with a hyper-stylized world and protagonists using a variety of guns and seemingly magic-based abilities to take down enemies. I'm really drawn by the art direction of this game, in particular its unique robotic enemies, and I'm looking forward to playing it on February 21st. Without a doubt, the flagship PSVR 2 launch title, I would be remiss if I didn't include Horizon Call of the Mountain on this list. Taking place in the same world as the mainline games, you are on a journey of redemption. If you're worried it will be too far of a departure from the series so far, don't fret, as Aloy and other familiar faces will appear on the journey. Your goal in Call of the Mountain is to climb atop the mountains of the Karja Sun Dome, facing the iconic robot dinosaurs on your quest. Designed entirely for VR, I expect Call of the Mountain to be a showcase of the potential of this new hardware, and release screenshots and videos have made me a believer. This game will launch with a PSVR 2 headset on February 22nd. My most anticipated PS5 game for February 2023 is Wild Hearts. This game is a Monster Hunter competitor and is published as an EA original. I think EA is making a very shrewd business decision creating a game in the hunting genre, because as of right now, Monster Hunter operates largely uncontested. Wild Hearts will attempt to try to make a more simplified version of the formula, hopefully enticing newer players to give it a try. I'm drawn to the designs of the beasts you must overcome, and love the feudal Japan-esque setting of the game. I've never played a Monster Hunter game before, but Wild Hearts looks to be speaking my language when it comes to fast-paced combat, and I'm excited to pick it up on February 16th. Believe it or not, despite covering 10 different games, this is not an exhaustive list of the notable games coming to the PS5 in February, but I hope it contains something that you have yet to hear about and are now interested in. And thank you for watching this episode of Play, Rank, Share. Make sure to ring the bell to be notified when future episodes are released. I recently made videos of the best couch co-op games on the PS5 and provided my list of my top 25 most anticipated games for 2023. So make sure to check those out if they interest you. Reminder, please leave a comment below telling me which February 2023 game you are most looking forward to. And until next time, don't stop sharing.